I'm Paul Navarro, and I formally accept my nomination for academic chair. Thank you to everyone who nominated me and believed in me. I'm a first-year pre-biology major who joined PAC to learn more about my Filipino culture and meet new people. I was in a Filipino club at my high school too, but it didn't feel as welcoming because the cabinet wasn't very inclusive. I was pretty active in the club too, but it didn't. I was pretty active in the club, but it still felt like I barely knew them no matter how much I talked to them. PAC was different. The community welcomed me with open arms and made an effort to get to know me. I've made a lot of friends here, and I can confidently say that I feel appreciated when I'm with everyone. My first year of college has been very memorable thanks to PAC. I hope I can welcome new Gen members the same way CAB welcomed me. At some point, I want to learn more about what CAB does and how they organize events that give people opportunities to meet new friends, to make new friends and lasting memories. I wanted to be able to do what CAB does as a way to give back to the club. As a result, I joined the PAC Turn program where I got to experience what it's like to be a part of them. I shadowed many positions, but I was able to connect the most with academic chair. I've always been focused on my education. Ever since elementary school, I've always known I had to put school first. Now that I'm a college student, I know staying focused is more important than before because it's very easy to get distracted. Many of my peers skip classes and push assignments off to the side. While it's okay to have fun, we can't forget about our education. I currently have 5 AM classes, but I always go to them so I can do my best. I want to help people get back on track so they can do their best too. As academic chair, our role is to help Gen members with their education and provide any academic tips that they will find useful. I think I'm a good fit for this role because of my leadership towards my peers and my desire to become someone they can count on. As the oldest sibling with 2 brothers, I want to set a good example to people and help them succeed using what I've learned from my experiences. For example, when my friends are struggling in their classes, I offer to teach them any concepts they don't understand. I don't mind taking time out of my day to help people, especially when I can see that I made a difference in their life. Another reason I think I'm a good fit for this role is that I'm very determined to reach my goals. In high school, I would spend hours studying for tests, but I wouldn't always do good. However, that would convince me to stop trying. If anything, I tried to change my study method so I can remember things easier. I've also been going to tutoring a lot here at college. I go twice a week for 3 to 5 hours each session. I'm not failing in classes, I just find it very useful in helping me understand things better. Then after my tutoring sessions, I like to help my friends by teaching them what I learned. I also got to shadow this year's academic chair during my PAC Turn season, so I have some experience that will help me create new ideas for better study methods and activities. If I was your academic chair, I would want to appeal to first years who need extra academic support. One idea I have is to create a new event called Brain Boost Bash, which will have 3 stations that will help encourage study: Teach and Master, Flashcard Frenzy, and Error to Excellence. At Teach and Master, Gen members will be given time to write about a topic they've learned that week, and then each will take turns presenting it to the rest of the group. Then the audience has to write a few details from the speaker's speech. This station will help speakers explain concepts and test their understanding while helping the audience stay focused and retain information. Next, at Flashcard Frenzy, Gen members can pair up with a partner and each write their own set of flashcards to quiz each other. Lastly, at Error to Excellence, Gen members can try to correct any mistakes they made on tests or help each other understand any concepts. I would also like to improve study nights by having Gen members set small goals for themselves when they check in with me. Then at the end of the night, I'll have them reflect on whether they achieved their goal or not. By creating a better study environment in these events, I hope I can help Gen members improve their academic skills and succeed in their education. It will also help them be more productive and get their work done. Then they will have more time for themselves and maybe they'll be able to come to more PAC events. PAC has shaped my first year of college and helped me grow as a person. I see academic chair not just as a title, but as a way to make a positive impact on the Gen members and make them feel supported in their academic journey. Thank you for listening.
Alright, I'm gonna open the floor to questions. I saw Noah and then Jason will go after.
You mentioned a lot of great ideas on how to promote like studying and people's academics within PAC, but I wanted to ask, how would you encourage people to go to these events?
In the beginning of the year, when a lot of newcomers show up, I would like to introduce myself to them, and just be like, hey, welcome to PAC. Hey, well, then I would like to get to know them as a person first, and ask them if they're struggling with anything or need help in any of their classes, and I'll be like, hey, well, I'm the academic chair. I have 2 events, study night and brain boost bash. You can come to study nights if you want to do any independent work, and you come to Brain Boost Bash if you like need any like extra tips to help you get better at studying, or if you can if you want to work with your peers or anything. That's also like a good method. Or you can just come to me and I can give you my best advice as well, even though I'm not like a professional.
Jason?
In some instances, you may feel that study nights will be overlooked by your cabinet or gen members, or study nights will lose its purpose, especially as the year goes on. How will you reinforce the idea of what study nights is and the purpose of that event?
I would encourage gen members to go to study nights so that way, I would want them to come so that way they can be productive and get their work done. And I would explain to them how if they come, then they'll have more free time for themselves. And they'll be able to have more fun and be more stress-free when they're at these events because they came to study night. And I'll try to create a better environment that's less distracting for them when they do come, so that way they're more locked in.
Hey, Paul. Okay, so this is kind of a beefy question. So it's situational. So let's say at Major Mingle, your turnout is larger than you thought. So first part, what would you do if you start receiving a complaint that your event is too loud? Do you want me to stop there, or do you want me to give you the second part?
I can answer just that first part?
Yeah.
Does the second part change the question or the circumstances?
No, the circumstances are the same, but it's just more difficult.
It's what?
The circumstances are the same.
Okay. I'll just answer the first part then. I would try to quiet everyone down a bit and make sure they keep the same energy too, but just in a way that doesn't disturb the other people in the library. And when you said larger turnout, does that mean larger amount of people?
Yeah.
Okay. I would also try to make sure everyone is still feels included, and isn't kind of off to the side and feels like they're not being able to make themselves seen since it's an event where you meet people. Yeah.
Okay. And the second part, since it is a library space, what would you do to respect the students who are studying?
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure it doesn't get too loud, and make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to at the event. You're basically just answering questions and talking to people. Don't do anything that's too rowdy or that gets out of control, and doesn't harm others or anything.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
So you mentioned a lot about interacting with gen members. When it comes to interacting with CAB members, how will you make sure that your pillar, specifically during Kapitids Month, isn't overlooked by other CAB members?
Overlooked as in left out or?
Yes, because during Kapitids Month, all the other pillars tend to have events, and I guess your only event would be study nights. So yeah, sometimes academic pillar tends to be overshadowed or overlooked or just not taken as seriously. So how would you combat that and approach the situation with your fellow CAB members?
I would try to ask my CAB members if we could do a way where we can promote study nights more at gen meetings, so we can get more people to come out. And I feel that way, whenever they're promoting their own events the other pillars, it's kind of just an extra push for the academic chair to hey, make sure to check out academic study night as well. And it's another way to earn more points for your fam because of the academic weapon.
going back to like what I said earlier, what if a gen member does not have any work to do at study nights and they are allowed or disturbing other people's study time? How will you approach the situation as an academic chair and make sure that you do not disturb other people's study time?
I would tell them to do something that's like quiet or that doesn't disturb others. Maybe like they could just like read a book or like if they choose to like go on their phone or something, at least like don't like be like showing others like, hey, check out this video or something. Like just keep it to yourself. And since this event that's like focused on studying, I feel like if you plan on like being social at that event, then it's probably best like not to come.
Kylie, go ahead.
Okay, so each year for Campuses Month, the pillars create their own way for gen members to earn their fams points. What are some new ideas you have for people to earn academic points?
I was thinking like, are we still including the academic weapon or no?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, then besides that, like I said in my speech, we could probably use the goal as like another way. Like if you like achieve your goal for study night, then you can get like an extra 2 points or something. And maybe I'll even have another way to earn points at my event, Brain Boost Bash. Like at each station, let's say like teach and master, if you're able to get 3 details from each person in the audience, then it means you explained your stuff well enough and you know your stuff, so then you can get a point.
Okay, go ahead, Jesse.
Can you sample us an academic lesson for Gen meeting?
Mm-hmm. Okay, how loud is okay? Wait, okay. Today's academic lesson is spaced repetition. Now, what does that mean? Well, spaced repetition is when you review information over increased intervals of time to move information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. This means you can, instead of studying in one night and cramming everything, it'll be better to study over several days or weeks. So that way, you retain your information longer and you'll be less likely to forget because you're always recalling information and reminding your brain before you have a chance to forget.
We have 3 more questions open to anyone. Kylie, go ahead, and then Michelle.
Okay. I want you to critique me on my performance this year. Tell me exactly what I did that you didn't like and what you would do to improve it.
Only stuff you didn't like? Or like stuff you did good too?
Only stuff you don't like.
Okay. At study nights, I feel like it could have been, you probably could have like enforced it better to get like people more like quiet and actually locked in. And like, cause I just feel like most of the time people were like just off track, and at some point, I guess it still got repetitive for people, and they just ended up like not really coming in the spring semester. And like I feel, cause I remember you would even like check in to be like, do you want me to check in with you during a study night? I felt like I like never really saw you do that, but I don't know if that's just because like everyone said no. But yeah, I feel like that could have been improved on.
And then Michelle.
You said that you wanted to do goal setting at study nights, knowing that there will be a lot of people that pop in and out / don't even check in, and you're the only one that handles the check-ins. How do you expect to get this done even when people don't take the check-ins that seriously? Therefore, they won't take your goal setting or the reflection as seriously.
First, I would like to like ask CAB if they can help me keep track of who's coming in, and then if they don't check in with me, then I'll come up to them personally and be like, "What's your name, major, and would you what's one goal you would like to get done for tonight?
One last question. Rocco?
How will you like make your event that you're planning, ABB, more more different from like study nights? And how will you make your gen meetings still pop out above study nights and your new plan of
Wait, hold on. What is BED?
big brain bonds with the
Oh, okay, wait. You kind of lost me on BED, so can you say the second half of the question?
like how will you make sure that people still show up to study nights and your new event that you have planned? How will you like differentiate the two?
I would tell them how if they need to like study for a test or anything, I think that's what Brain Boost Bash is more focused on, because like each event is more about like testing your knowledge. I mean, each station at my event is more focused on like testing your knowledge and working with other people to like understand concepts and stuff. And I think if they need to get any independent work done, then I think study night would be better for that.
Okay. Last question coming from eBoard. Because it is so packed throughout the entire year, where would you place your new event, and how would you ensure it won't conflict with other events that are already set / planned?
I was thinking maybe make that one bi-weekly, because especially in the fall semester, I already know it's like pretty packed, and since it'll be my first time being on cabinet, I still want to get like a better feel for how like the workload is and stuff. And then I think Brain Boost Bash will really shine this spring semester, because we only really have study nights and gen meetings, and I feel like that week where there's like nothing, the more people will show up to Brain Boost Bash.
Thank you so much. Thank you. After Rich goes, I'm gonna give you guys like a little break, and then you guys just scan the QR code again, and then after James goes. James,